Hello, my name is Chrissy Hodges. Welcome to my channel. My apologies about the blur. I'm in an Airbnb with very low lighting, and so it just looks bad. But I'm an advocate for OCD, in particular, pure OCD, which is the community name for individuals with intrusive thoughts and mental rituals. I'm a certified peer support specialist working with people worldwide. I can also provide referrals. I run 8-week closed groups, and I also have an online community where people can make connection with other people with OCD and get support weekly and monthly. NOCD is an app. Inside that app, there are resources, opportunities to connect with other people, and also telehealth therapy, ERP therapy in many places all over the world. So check them out at treatmyocd.com. I wanted to quickly check in. I haven't done a video in a week or two. The reason why is that I'm traveling overseas, and I just wanted to check in with you on a few things. Every once in a while, I'll do a video that's a little bit raw about my own experience, and that is going to be this one. Traveling is always tough for me, even though I have made it part of a challenge in the last couple years, especially overseas. One of my bigger fears is um, standing out and not knowing what to do and looking stupid and feeling embarrassed. I don't know how much that has to do with anxiety, other than the idea that do worry. I think I've mentioned this in the last video or so. I do worry and have irrational fears that when things happen, I can't handle it or I won't know what to do. And travel sometimes, especially international, is a big challenge for that. I'm used to routine. So many of us are used to routine. I didn't know how much I relied on routine probably until the last 8 or 10 years, where routine makes me feel safe. Routine makes me feel like, okay, I know where I'm going, and there's not going to be any, stressful moments of not knowing what's happening. Meaning, when I'm home, I know what grocery stores to go to. I know what routes to take when I'm driving. I know, what coffee shop to go to if I want to do that. I know what stores to go to. All of that stuff where it's kind of like the safety of this routine. But I also know that staying in that routine for too long it also makes me complacent. And that also bugs my anxiety because then I'm not challenging myself and I'm not pushing out into the world. I mean, trust me, when things are anxious for me, I could introvert myself into my house and not leave for months and months and months, other than my established routine. And I think that sometimes when we hear people say, push back into life or do things that, are according to your values, which, I have a love-hate relationship with that saying. But to me, that is my values are interacting with the world, even though sometimes it can feel hard because of anxiety, or it would just be easier not to. And travel for me is that big, big thing where it is intentionally pushing into the things that I want to do, even though I might be scared. So, a couple takeaways I wanted to share with you today, and hopefully this is helpful. Again, just being a little bit more vulnerable about my experience is it's really hard for me to stay present. It's hard for me to stay in the present moment. I wish that I had the formula for this, but I do know with OCD and anxiety, we tend to stay a lot in the past with mental review or a lot in the future with rumination. And with the rumination, trying to figure out or solve how things are going to be, or if something bad is going to happen, or what does this mean? And the sad and grief part about that is sometimes we feel like we're missing being in the present. And I feel like this a lot. And I guess the message today is I want you to know that I don't like that about me. And I wish that it could be different. And so when I challenge myself and when I am intentional about trying to be present, sometimes I fail. And sometimes it's really hard. And so I just wanted you to know that in case you feel like sometimes you do your best to try to be present and it feels harder than it should, or you feel like it's something about you. I live with anxiety. I am a ruminator. I worry about, standing out when I'm traveling. I worry about, the things that could go wrong. And so grounding myself in the present is hard. And you know what? Every once in a while I can do it. Like yesterday, I'm just going to tell you. So yesterday I am in Wales and I rented a car and it's a manual, so stick shift, and they drive on the other side of the road than America, and you sit on the other side of the car. Instead of the left side, you sit on the right side. So I had to drive the stick with my left hand on roads that were on the opposite side, sitting on the opposite side. And it was so challenging that I was in the present moment because I had to be. Otherwise, I get in the other lane and die. And after driving for about an hour and a half, I was like, wow, I was completely present in that moment, and it was wonderful. And I was able to kind of celebrate that and see it as a win, see it as a challenge that I took it on and pushed outside of the world, and got back to my Airbnb and, was kind of like, oh my God, I need to like calm down. But still, I was able to be part of the experience of being here, even if it was just for an hour. And so my friend Duke is here. Hold on, I'm finishing a video. It's okay. And so I just wanted to share that experience with you because that is a minor thing. It's a minor way that I was able to push into the present and be available to enjoy that. And it didn't have to be anything huge. It didn't have to be, and I think sometimes we get caught up on that, right? We get caught up on this. I have my wedding coming up, or I have my honeymoon coming up, or a big vacation, or Christmas is coming up, or Thanksgiving. And what if I can't be present? And what if it can't be this wonderful thing because of OCD, because of anxiety? When really, what if we just have small moments of being present, small, meaningful moments? And that is our way of seeing that as being more of a win than needing everything to be perfect, because perfectionism very much can go hand in hand with OCD when it comes to the need to want something to be the right way, or you can or can't enjoy it. So I did want to share that with you today. And I realized that yesterday, that moving forward, even in my rumination mind that tells me, what if all this stuff happens before I get home? Or what if this or that, or I can or can't handle things? Um, Sometimes it's just those little bitty moments that you don't foresee that can pull you into the present, that can be meaningful and enjoyable, and that you can think to yourself, wow, I can still enjoy life regardless of being in a state of mind that's producing anxiety or OCD. So, just that little bitty example, I hope helps you to realize that if you struggle with that and if there's grief around that, it doesn't mean that you can't take some of those little things and piece them together as showing you that you have the ability to be in the present and not always stuck in the rumination or mental review. So I hope that helps. I'll probably do another video when I'm in Spain. I get there on Monday, so I'll probably do another video then. In the meantime, we have a couple events. I hope they go well. Again, trying to stay in the present and trying not to sabotage it with my own anxiety, but I'll let you know how it goes. And I hope that you're doing well. Visit ChrissyHodges.com for more information on my services and treatmyocd.com for more information on OCD. We'll see you next time.